We had a great interview with your husband, Dick Bond, and this is Sue Bond. How long have you all been married?
61 years.
Oh my.
In August. 61 years.
Well, just as longer than anything else you've ever done, probably.
Yeah, you're right.
So Dick had always been involved in politics. He told us that. But when he decided to come to the legislature, what was your role in all that?
My role was, I was excited because he'd been in the Congress for 25 years. I was excited. I loved politics. I would go with him to all of the events, and his rule was, Sue, I will take you there and I will take you home. But in the meantime, you make your own way, because people know who he is and he can't remember the names and didn't want to have to try to introduce me. So we had a bunch of ladies that, we'd get in the corner and have a great old time. So I'd already been through that. Plus, I had already, through the 25 years of going to all those things, I had learned that in order to carry on a conversation with a stranger, I would say to them, Joan, I love your necklace. Is there a story? And there always was. And so they thought I was really a great conversationalist when they did it all. So that was my background in politics. So coming to Topeka was exciting. And Dick loved it. He, took like a duck to water. I became involved in the legislative wives, and back then, they all came and stayed all week long, the wives did. And so we started, it was every Tuesday during the session, and we would start with devotions or sharing. And they gave us a room in the Capitol building. So we would, and I'd hear all kinds of stories from friends they had at home, one time there was Marilyn Mullenkamp shared the story that her family had called to say, don't come home this weekend because we've had a horrible dust storm and there's 3 feet of dirt behind you, in front of your doors. You can't get in. So those were the kinds of things. And then Catherine Thiessen from Independence would share, because they have a holiday where you take the word Halloween and say it backwards. Niwala. So she would share all about that. So then one year, we heard every year about the pancake race in Liberal. So one year, we took a bus, and a bunch of us went to Liberal and stayed all night. And so then we watched the pancake race the next day. So, and then we had a luncheon each day. And then the ones that were here all the time, they took different bus trips during the week. All of these books would tell where the trips that they took, and I was looking back through them. They went to Manhattan, they went all over, they went to down to the salt mines in.
So was it important for the wives to be up here and to be part of it? Did they help, you think, in making the legislature a more comfortable place?
I think
when
so.
You have to leave home and come to Topeka 3 months out of the year.
And then they had this group, their friendship. They knew there was in common, and then they got invited to events in the evenings and I would on Tuesdays, Dick would know to make a reservation for me, because I'd stay all night, and then I'd get up and leave early the next morning.
Now what's this that you brought?
Oh, this is our special, this is the Capitol Cookbook. Now, this came about because Patty Hayden had said that she couldn't find any serving pieces, that the previous governors who had ever been...
Cedar Crest?
Cedar Crest, yes. And she couldn't find serving pieces. And through the years, though, legislative wives would buy some. So anyway, we put together this cookbook, and it's wonderful because it's got all of these drawings in there done by local artists from Kansas who volunteered and gave it. All of us got together and everybody had a part. And these recipes are all from legislators, from Olivia Bennett's got recipes in here, the governors passed. So this was a real special fundraiser. And so with that, we used the money to buy serving pieces that they used at Cedar Crest when Patty Hayden was first lady.
Well, I wanted to just take a minute of your time and ask you to talk to the people that might be listening about what it was like to be married to a legislator who left home all the time. And the truth is, you left home with him. You came up here.
Exactly.
And so the legislative wives, which I believe are still meeting today.
Are they? Good.
Filled a function for you.
Oh, yeah.
And created what Dick was talking about in his interview, which was this sense of camaraderie and the relationships that are important to making government work.
Oh, you bet. Oh, I look forward to it. And it was so fun to look back through this and see the names of the ladies that...
and thank you for bringing those. I think you're going to leave those at the Historical Society.
Yeah, I figured
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Joan. I'm happy to.
Okay.
It was. Thank you.
And this is Sue Bond, wife of Senator Dick Bond.